Alright, so today's video is about me cleaning this motherfucking room because it's dirty as fucking here and it's nasty. And I really need to take a shower because I stink at this point. But it's only been a day. But I feel stinky. Everybody else probably like, I don't know what you're talking about. But I'm a neat freak in a way. I'm also messy. I could be messy, but I could be clean. And when I'm clean, it don't stay clean long. So I gotta clean again. So I'm like in a rotation of mess. But my point is that I gotta clean this room because I walked into a messy room and I'm already like a neat, messy person. So like if the room is already messy, I have a problem. And yesterday I didn't have the energy because I was going to clean it last night. But I had a whole panic attack and stuff. They had the fire department here and shit. And it was crazy. It was crazy. It was a lot going on yesterday. But yesterday I got to meet some Black lawyers. It was great. And I met some law students and I got some input on like, you know, the whole changing dynamic of law school with the pandemic. And also, you know, the new uprising of students who are interested in, you know, skipping law school and deciding to just take the bar exam and do law that way and what they thought about that. And it was really interesting. And I had a lot of good conversations, you know, learning about why they do the community work and what's the benefits of it and, you know, what aspects should Black women approach in law as far as getting those resources out to more women who are interested in this field, because it's really hard to like find a safe space when you're like a minority to the max. There's only like 1% Black women in law completely, like in the States, like that's it. And so a lot of times you're like the only woman at your firm. There's no other Black people. There's no other Black woman. If there are women, they're probably not your friend. So it's really difficult to find a safe space within the community. And so, yeah, we talked about that and it was really good. And also, you know, I was supporting Urban Farm Doctors, you know, support your Black businesses. Urban Farm Doctors works to promote veganism, as well as their mission is to stop food insecurity in greater Cleveland. And you know, they have a farm that people can go out to. The farm gives away free food. They have a restaurant where they sell vegan food, and that money goes straight back into the company working on building and outsourcing and getting more what do you call it, more people to know about veganism and to give that option to more people in the city to as an alternative to like soul food and, you know, all of this fast food and things like that, because the Black community is really struggling right now with that because of the food insecurity, as well as inflation, as well as, you know, the pandemic and everything. And so a lot of people really need food, and they need healthy food, because a lot of people are getting sick, you know, with COVID and cancer and all these things that are happening right now. It's really important to be conscious about your diet and what you're eating and what you're doing with your life, because if you're not, you're gonna destroy your soul. And, you know, I didn't know this till yesterday, but to be a Black woman in Cleveland, Ohio, it's very unlikely for you to survive and get out. Now, I don't know if y'all know, but I'm not from Cleveland, but my family is. Like, my family started in Cleveland and Detroit area. That's where my family is originally from, but like not from like, if we went back to slavery, my family came from South, you know, moved up north. That's where the free part of the family started. Now, that was a sidetrack note. That was a side note. I'm sorry. But point of the matter is, you know, try to pay attention to what you put into your mouth and what you consume. That includes water, your vitamins, you know, the pharmaceutical drugs that you're taking, because you have to know what you're taking and how it affects you. Look at the side effects, please. I'm taking medication and I know like there's side effects to everything you take, and you know, you have to weigh the risk and reward of what you're taking, and the doctors can't force you to take anything. You just have to know your body, and they're not gonna, you know, deny you. Well, they'll try to deter you, but they're not gonna be able to deny you if you say like, I don't feel like this is more reward than more risk. If it's more risk than reward, I don't think you should really be taking it. I think you should go look into talking to somebody about it and really doing some research, because that's what I've been doing. I've been researching about mental health. I've been researching about mental illnesses. I've been researching about the holistic methods that people can take to, you know, manage, or I don't like saying manage, but I see like live with it, because you can't manage your mental illness, because it's not a mental illness, so to speak. It's just a form of habit that has been formed since birth. And so you have to learn how to adjust life to that habit, because whether you like it or not, it's going to be with you for the rest of your life. So you have a habit of being nervous in certain situations, and you have a habit of being triggered, but it's about how you use those triggers and those warnings to control, well, not control, dang it, see, this is what I mean. So mental health has a hard time going from helping you learn how to be somebody who advocates for your own mental health and lives with it, rather than controlling and managing it. And so I'm not trying to say controlling and managing anymore, because it's really bad, a bad mindset. It's really bad for you to think like, oh, I'm going to control my mental illness, because that's impossible. You really can't do that. You can't. Okay, if people could do mind control, the world would be a different place. I know we kind of live in the Matrix, but like, your code's fucked up. Sorry. If you have a mental health issue, your code's fucked up. You know a little too much, and they have a hard time reading you every time. And so, yeah, you glitch. You're like the girl, you know, from, what's that movie? Wreck-It Ralph. You know the girl, what's her name? Sugar Crush? Something. Whatever her name is, the princess. You're like her. You glitch. But that's normal. That's just who you are. That's your superpower. So don't think that your glitch is a bad thing. It's just a glitch. And it's not going to stop you from achieving what you want. But don't try and manage the glitch, because the glitch gets worse when you try and manage it. Just like it did for her. When you try and manage your glitch, you start going out of control. Trying to control makes you go out of control. Living with your glitch and learning how to adapt is what makes you stronger and makes you powerful. Because a lot of the times, people with mental health issues are way smarter than the people without them. Normal people are normal. You know what normal is? Basic. I don't want to be a basic bitch. No, I want to be a badass. I want to be a badass bitch who, you know, knows her shit. And yeah, I could do law. I can do, I could be a pilot. I could, you know, be an astronaut. I could be whatever the fuck I want to be. Because it's not about what people think about what you can do. It's about what you limit yourself to. So as long as you're limiting yourself to say, oh, if I have a mental illness, I can't do, well, then no, you can't, because you don't even think you can. But if you constantly challenge the narrative and challenge yourself to stop trying to control yourself, just let yourself be who you are, and the more you accept that, the easier it'll get. And I'm starting to learn that. And after talking to them yesterday, I learned that, you know, the less you try to be somebody else, the more you learn that being yourself is the easiest way to go. But it's really hard to like unlearn the stigma that you have to be for someone else. You don't. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm unlearning that stigma. I'm unlearning that mindset that, oh, you're crazy and you're just being dramatic and you're just not managing your depression and all of those things. No, that's not true. I am doing a great job at learning myself and discovering who I am as a person. And, you know, I might hit some bumps along the road, but as long as I keep stepping forward, I'm headed in the right direction. And it's never going to end. You're never going to know everything. And so it's okay when you make mistakes. It's okay to not know. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to be confused and not know whether you're right or wrong. You'll find out. You find out. It comes out. The truth always comes out. So it's okay. It's okay that you don't know. And I'm not saying this to you. I'm actually saying this to myself, because honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't. And so I'm okay with that right now. I'm okay with not knowing. I'm 19 years old. I don't have to know everything. I just got here, you know? And like I said, life takes time. Even though there's not a lot of time, it still takes time. So the better you learn to just live in the moment and just accept yourself for where you're at, the more valuable you're treating your time. If you choose to worry about the future and worry about what you don't know, it's gonna mess you up, because you're gonna waste all of your time trying to make up for time that you don't have. And it's so hard for people to get that. Time is time. It's going to stay that way for the rest of eternity. It's a cycle. Time is going to go by. It's going to go by, and it's going to go by, and it's going to go by. And you're still going to be worrying about one thing. And you're going to look up and you're going to be like, where did 10 hours go? And it's gone. You're never getting 10 hours back. You just spent 10 hours worrying about one fucking thing, and you could have been doing yoga, you could have been going to a concert, you could have went to see some dude that you like, you could have just fucking done something for yourself. And I just think that I would rather waste my time doing something else, like living. And I'm learning that that's what I've been going for this whole time. Was literally what was blocking me. I was going for living my life and being rebellious against my mother, and, you know, this whole stigma of my culture about, you know, you need to do it a certain way, you need to think about the collective, you need to, and I was like, I don't give a fuck about the collective. I want to worry about me, because me is not okay. And so until I'm okay, fuck you. And so when that was my motto, I actually took the first steps into managing my life in the right way, which is prioritizing me over everybody else. You should always be the first person on your mind. You should always be like, am I okay? Okay, are you okay? Okay, we're okay. And then you go on. It shouldn't be, are you okay? Am I okay? No, it shouldn't do that. It should be, I'm okay first. Me first. Me first. And it's so hard for me to even say that, because I care about everybody, and you can't care about everybody. You have to just worry about you and worry about what you doing and think, oh my gosh, I'm an amazing person, and you know what, I'm doing my best. And if I'm not okay, I can't give you my best. So I have to always make sure that I'm giving myself my best first, so that when I show up in front of you, I'm always smiling, because I love smiles. Like I said, the first thing that I look at is your facial expression. If you're like mad like that, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna run away from you. And I don't want people to run away from me. I want to smile. I want to be like, hey, what's up? Come here. Da, da, da. And I love when people be like, oh my God, I love your energy. Oh my God, I love what you do. Oh my gosh, I love that you're like so energetic and just welcoming. And yes, that's what I want to do. I want to be welcoming. I want to be awesome. I want to be a healing energy around people, because spirits and souls, that's what we need. This world is full of spirits and souls, and we don't do anything about soul searching. Nobody does soul searching anymore. Nobody does spiritual healing. Nobody does inner health. Inner health is what is the most core and most important part of living. Learning how to heal your soul. If you don't know how to heal your soul, you will have wasted the entire time that you were supposed to spend on earth not completing your mission. Everybody comes here with a mission. Every spirit is here with a mission. Whether you're a good or a bad spirit, you have a mission. And your mission is to figure out what the hell you are in your soul. And the only way you do that is, first of all, you have to find out what your soul is. And then second of all, you have to find out how to heal it. Because I bet you every single person in this world has some trauma, has some healing, has some issues. Everybody does. You didn't get to live life without it, because life is learning all the time. And in order to learn, you have to make a mistake. Which means if you make mistakes, something bad happened. And if something bad happened, then you had to learn from that bad thing, and then you continue to have that cycle. Something bad happens, you learn from it, and you keep it pushing. For the rest of your life, that's the way it's gonna be. Now, you can either think about it as, okay, that bad thing happened, or you can think about it as, okay, that's a lesson learned. Let's go on and move on to the next one. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to learn the lessons and move on to the next one, because I want to see how far I can get. Yeah. I want to get to the point where, you know, I'm talking to people that nobody ever thought I would be talking to. I want to be in the room where everybody's surprised that I'm there. And then I change the world because of it. I don't want to be that person on the street that you're, you know, surprised that, you know, I didn't do anything with my life. I don't want that. I don't want to be the person in my family that you talk about and be like, see, that's why you're not supposed to be crazy, or you're not supposed to do that. No, I want people to be more comfortable admitting that you have shit going on. You are a fucking human, and yes, life fucking sucks. And everybody knows that. So why do you have to act like you're okay when you're not? If everyone was like, I'm not okay, I feel like there would be a lot more love and a lot more humanity and soul. But you know what? I'm on my phone. So this is as soul touching as we're gonna get right now. So I'm trying. So to all the beautiful spirits who do watch and do listen and do care, I hope that you're, you know, making that connection as well. You're trying to talk to something, to someone in some way, and share that energy, because it's very, very rare. And I would love to know that, you know, there's beautiful spirits out there like me who actually have souls and want to make a difference and want to do something. I want to do something. So let's do something. Let's do something. You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to clean my room. So I'm going to do that, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, beautiful spirits. Have a great, lovely day. And, you know, there's no sun here in Cleveland, but, you know, there's sunshine somewhere. Sun is rising somewhere in the world. And one day I'll be there. So, yeah, enjoy.